In his fourth season at Good Counsel, the Falcons are led by head coach Andy Stefanelli. Tonight's referees: Chris Michaelis, referee; Gary Fuller, center judge; Kevin D'Angelo, head linesman; Jeffrey Jennings, line judge; Brian Sudi, side judge; Mark Queen, field judge; Drew Bender on the clock; and Steve Muir on the clock. Today's captains: number 1 for St. John's Cadets, Gary Roseman Jr., and number 3 for the Falcons, Jalen Donson. St. John's has won the toss and deferred. The Falcons will receive the ball. Today's game is being simulcast on First Amendment Sports.
Yay.
No one else cheered but you.
Thank you so much for being with us. Live from Danceville Field in Olney, Maryland, home of the Good Counsel Falcons, where they are set to host Coach Pat Ward and the St. John's Cadets. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Meringolo, joined by Kevin Ricca.
Nice to be here, Ken. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to hear some of these pads start cracking. You know that's what happens when Pat Ward coach teams go up against Andy Stefanelli coach teams. It's going to be about running that ball and who's going to control that line.
Last time we called a game between these two programs, it was on the biggest stage of the conference over at Catholic, and it was a great win for Coach Stefanelli and the Good Counsel program. We're thankful to Coach and everyone here at Good Counsel, Steve Howes and the whole administration and everyone for hosting us today and allowing us to get this game out, not just to fans of the WCAC, but to so many parents who aren't able to be in attendance. It is definitely going to be a similar experience as what we've been seeing, Kevin, which is, light in the stands, but heavy on the field.
Yeah, that's very true. And I also want to say thank you to my old teammate Steve House for the assist, helping us out here today with everything going on. He's got 9 million things on his plate, and he couldn't have helped us out anymore. Coach Mack on G.J. Kissel's basketball staff up here, helping us out, getting us all ready to go. So brotherly of our brothers down here in Olney, Maryland, Ken. This is what's been happening, whether we're in southern Maryland, Olney, and Montgomery County, or anywhere in this conference. The people are top-notch, top quality, helping these kids get on the field safely.
Did you say Olney?
No, I said Olney. We had that talk on the way down here.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Just making sure.
You got it.
Right knuckle set to kick it off. Deep to Hatcher for Good Counsel. And that will be a touchback through the back of the end zone.
Oof.
Good leg. Number 34 for the Cadets.
Yeah, Dunkel. I mean, he ate his Wheaties this morning for breakfast. He's been kicking the ball out of the end zone relentlessly through the spring. He's gonna be a weapon.
Coach Stefanelli will send his offense out on the field where they'll take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Neo Avery, the quarterback for Good Counsel. Big offensive line, what we're used to seeing when we see these jerseys out here, Kev.
That's a fact, and I don't know what Neo had for breakfast either, but he's been doing it a while. He's about 6'6", and he is put together.
Look at the throw. Looking out to his left. He wants it all on the first play. And there's going to be some extracurriculars as Gary Rosemont got his hands on the receiver. We'll get you a name on that receiver here. Was that Elijah Moore running on the left sidelines? I think it was. Defensive pass interference
Against the Cadets.
Elijah's got serious star potential. They're trying to get him the rock. In the first play of the game, he's been on fire lately. On the field and practice field, we've been hearing all about this young man from the staff.
Their own 35. Correction, 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Keep your eyes on number 15 in this Good Counsel offense. Sean Aaron, a very gifted runner, and we do expect to see him get the ball early and often today. It's Hatcher around the right side with his first try. Josh Thompson. David.
I'm telling you, that was what a great play. Go ahead. You call him O.
My boy D.O. But we did get that for Tim Strachan's on here today, and he's in charge of
Ojebwe. David Ojebwe, man. And he played that. He played that perfectly. He maintained, contained, waiting for his guy, Josh Thompson, to come up and fill outside. Gain of nothing.
Number 8 has been a pleasure to watch this spring for that Cadet defense. Josh Thompson also looking pretty strong there, Kev. Second and long. Aaron with the carry. He's up the middle. And he'll be brought down about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
LeJay Hatcher and Sean Aaron. They are going to come at you left and right. It's thunder and more thunder, and they're calling for more storms. They're going to keep pounding these two guys, these seniors. These guys have played a lot of snaps for the Falcons program. Love seeing them out here today. Proud of those guys for coming out here and playing all the way through and finishing strong.
First third down opportunity for both teams. St. John's on defense. Good Counsel looking to stay on the field. Shane Carroll in motion. He's moving out to his left. Neo's going to be flushed out to his right. He's on the run, and he's going to break first down yardage territory. He'll be about the 46.5-yard line. That's 1st and 10 for the Good Counsel offense. Getting it done. He could lean forward and get that extra yard and a half, Kev.
Ken, he looks like what I imagine Cam Newton looked like in high school. 6'6", all of it, running the ball around edge, pushing the pile about 3 yards, getting that first down. As a freshman last year, I was told by my man Sean Strittmayer on the sidelines today, Ken, a windmill dunk into a broken leg. So he's coming off 1 year of a broken leg.
1st and 10, looking to throw out to his left, and he's going to be a little bit high on the pass.
Intended for Shane Carroll, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Falcons.
Mixing it up, running pass for Good Counsel. They're gonna try to stay as unpredictable as possible. We know how much Andy Stefanelli loves to run. But when you got a 6'6" passer back there, you can see over that big St. John's defensive line, and Elijah Moore running routes.
Yeah, you got to throw that fade, spread it out a little bit.
Hatcher moving out to his right. And he'll fight for a yard and a half of positive yardage that wasn't there initially.
No, it was a great cut, great lead block, ISO. There was quite a collision at the point of impact. And I saw number 44 from the Cadets, Rohan Davey, in the mix. Great cut by the vet.
3rd and long. 3rd and every bit of 9 yards. As Neo stays in the shotgun formation. Looking to throw, he's looking out to his right, underneath. Sean Aaron did not come down with a catch, and he was met upon contact with the ball.
Gary Rosemond Jr. in the mix, making a play, getting off the field on 3rd down for the Cadets.
We're going to see John Reyes dropping back to punt this ball for Good Counsel. Yeah, Taylor Wards was getting the duty done last time we saw the Falcons in action. And it was an adventurous night on the punt side. Good snap, punts away. It's short, and it takes a St. John's bounce.
Yeah, into the wind. But that's always better than watching number 5 catch it and get going.
That's rule number 1. Do not punt to Jamar Curtis. Wyatt Hagan on, number 12 for St. John's, leading out his gigantic offensive line. And gifted skill players.
I mean, looking at the kids pregame out here walking around, it looks like a college football field. You're out here at this facility. I mean, is this the University of Good Counsel? This does not look like a high school talent base or campus. It's unreal out here.
1st and 10. Working from inside their 50. Oh, snap got away, and looks like Matt Warch, first man on the scene. Maybe, yeah, that's what the announcer's going to get him. High snap, hard to handle for Wyatt Hagan. And by the time he was able to corral it, and thank goodness that he did, save a turnover.
Hey, another spring sack from Matt Warch, another tackle. He's leading the team in tackles this spring. The BS dog is coming through in the clutch this spring for the Good Counsel Falcons.
Josh Gary coming to the bottom of your screen. Full house backfield. Christian Rawlings, he'll move out to his left. Pitch out to Jamar Curtis. They get him the ball He makes a cut, and he gets some of that yardage back. It'll still be 3rd and long, 12, 13 yards.
One of those positives this spring, getting to watch Jamar Curtis run the football live.
That's right.
Or on the stream. Either way, it's gorgeous.
I did see Asa Gregg check in. They got some tall receivers over there on Military Road. DJ Lincoln's in the game. Jamar Curtis is going to come all the way to the bottom of your screen, wide left. Gary settles into the left slot. I think it's going to be a pass, Kevin.
Flag on the play.
You were wrong, Ken. It was a penalty.
Doesn't look like they got it off in time. Now, Kevin, this is you can maybe with your experience help us out a little bit. There is a play clock this week. We haven't had a play clock every week.
3rd and 17.
They've been used to having the time kept on the field by the refs. Maybe at some point you just forget, that they're not going to do that for you, and you got to keep your eye on that play clock. But it seemed to be a little. Wyatt was just kind of waiting there. Wyatt Hagan to pass down the seam, and he had Josh Gary. He kind of had him turned around. Josh Gary couldn't climb the ladder, bring that down. They'll come back to that one.
Absolutely. 3rd and long, they got what they wanted there, and they just got to execute. But it's tough. Like I said, these guys aren't on the same page, Ken. They're just not going to be.
Yep.
It's just part of the deal out here. We're just happy they're out there playing some ball. And I appreciate you saying that there's some expertise with me with the play clock. Ken, they didn't have that when I played high school football. It was a sundial, and it was someone saying, get the snap off. And that usually came from the sidelines. Exactly.
Looks like Jalen Dotson back to get this kick. Good kick. Fair catch.
Jalen takes a fair catch. Good Counsel will take
Shane Messenger having a strong season for the Cadets. Good leg back there. Good hang time. No return. Good Counsel taking over on offense. 1st and 10. They'll get started inside their own 40-yard line. Yeah, home field advantage. It's like ground rules. Every gym now you travel around to, it's not the same as it's been in the past. I'm used to now looking at the ref to hold that time. Neo gets the snap. He's moving out to his right, and he gets it off on the sidelines.
Great catch by Spencer Jones. I like getting Neo out of the pocket.
Yep.
That's an athletic young man out there making choices. He put that ball only where his guy could catch it and no one else could. And getting positive yards on 1st and 2nd down, huge for the Falcons against this St. John's D.
Open up the playbook on this one. Sean Aaron, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield. It looked like Kendall Sims got there first for the Cadets, bringing up a 3rd down situation.
Sean Aaron on the carry. Tackled for a loss by Juwan Riggs.
Third and 5.
St. John showing blitz. St. John's getting to the quarterback, but once again, big body. Neo putting all of it in motion, using the laws of physics to get upfield, and he probably got about 7 or 8 yards after contact.
That's a big burly man, and that's a 1st down for the Falcons.
A couple different cadets were able to get their hands on him, but they're going to need some help today.
He's been very effective with the ball in his hand, scrambling around, making plays.
Cross midfield for the first time today. Sean Aaron around the left side. And there will be a flag as Xavier Terry is trying to make the tackle. Some busy hands on both sides. We'll see who gets the call.
2 wily veterans. We got a stiff arm there. Someone might have got a little bit of face mask. That usually goes on the defense. Never really see the offense get called for that, no matter what.
And St. John's thinks this will be the one that you haven't seen. Nope, it's definitely going to be on St. John's.
I got you at 0 for 2 so far, but who's keeping count?
Penalty against the Cadets.
Big chunky yardage. That's going to put Good Counsel just outside the red zone. I believe they're going to be at about the 30-yard line, just maybe the 33-yard line.
I like this look of this Good Counsel offense with Neo at the helm right now. Sprinting out. They got him getting rid of the ball quick. They're spreading the field around. They've taken a shot on a fade. You know you're going to get Sean Aaron up the gut. But I like how multiple they've become, and what a weapon.
Carroll in motion. Neo out to the right. He's looking for Carroll. He's got him for first down. They'll be inside the 15-yard line.
Young QB certainly came ready to go this Saturday. That's a great ball. That's right on the money. Great call. Look at this Good Counsel offense. Is this run and shoot we're looking at? You know, I think we've only handed I think they've thrown the ball more than they've run it so far.
I think they have too, and it is a shock to the system.
Looks good.
Hatcher over the right side. He might get one or two hard-earned yards.
Rohan Davey is, I mean, I love watching him play football. I believe he's the best tackler in the WCAC. He gets his hands on you, you go down. He is very quick, very strong. He picked up some big offers this week. He got his first offer, I think, from Penn State, Maryland. They think he can play, and I think they're right.
I believe Good Counsel can get a first down inside the 2 or 3 yard line. Neo to pass, looking out to his left, putting the ball in the air. It's floating up there. And is that a catch? The referees are going to look and see. They're going to say no.
Just out of the end zone.
That's a great throw. That ball was on the money. Great defense.
Elijah Moore had a chance at it. Not much more you can ask for there. Good throw by Neo. 3rd and 8. We got some coaches in the stands looking for the quarterback keeper on this one. We'll see. Neo rolling to his right where he's been dangerous. He will get stopped and he will get dropped.
Neo slips and then is taken
David
down.
Ojebwe.
We don't call him O anymore. I told him
No.
your family needs to hear this name pronounced properly.
Ojebwe is not hard to pronounce.
No, not in the least. But what a nice young man. Came up and introduced himself. I mean,
4th and 16.
he's
Well, he just introduced himself to Neo there at about 15. I would call it about a 5 or 6 yard loss. Taylor Warch on. Shane Carroll to hold. The entire Warch family.
Is that nope.
It's wide left.
No towel. Yep.
Look like, I mean, there's a misty wetness in the air,
Yep.
you know, and that's just especially hard with that K ball.
1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Getting a good snap, a good hold. We know he's got the leg.
Hey, that was an incredible series by that Good Counsel offense, and it opened up a lot of eyes across the league. I think people are starting to see what Andy Stefanelli has known. But Neo comes off, like I said, a windmill dunk, broken leg. So that's a year away from the game. Then you have this happen during a pandemic. Keep an eye on that young man come fall.
Whitehagen looking to get things started here for the Cadet offense. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jamar Curtis with the carry. And he's moving upfield. He created a good second down and yardage situation for Coach Ward.
Jamar Curtis on the carry. Gain is out to the 25.
And it was Pitt that offered Rohan. I'm sorry, Penn State offered Jordan Seaton, the young freshman leading the charge, blocking and paving the way for Jamar Curtis.
Jamar Curtis making a man miss, and he's off to the races. He's at the 20-yard line, the 10, in for a touchdown. Big play, St. John's. going up early
with a
on the strength of number 5 and his quick hitting ability,
And
Kevin.
you're right about number 5, Ken, but that was absolutely blocked perfectly. The execution up front by the big boys. We're about 4 weeks into this spring season, and you're starting to see some of them gel a little bit. You saw that hole open up like a sieve, and Jamar Curtis, he doesn't need much space. He could have driven a truck through that, and you're not catching Jamar. He's electric.
That'll be a highlight on the WCAC Spectacular coming soon. Mike Alford for the extra point. And he is off to the left. We got a 6-0 game. Special teams, we've been talking about it all season. You have barely enough time to get blocking schemes,
right.
Pass rush schemes, coverage schemes, running plays. I mean, for goodness sake, making sure that these kids are even have a practice to go to where they can practice long snapping, holding, and kicking. Let's just be real about this whole situation.
These two coaches know how important specials are to the game of football.
Yep.
But I promise you this, on their spring season checklist of things to do on and off the field, you just have to imagine special teams is not going to be in the top 30 or 40. It just isn't. And that's why I think they've agreed to a slow rush. Something happened there in that last field goal. It looked strange. It looked like someone was offside or someone stood. It's just off.
The ball, it sounded weird, off the foot. I wonder if they're using the right ball. Kevin, we need to look into this.
I'm going to put you on that one, bud.
Ryan Dunkel kicking off.
Number 34, Ryan Dunkel. Ball teed up at the 40. St. John 6, Good Counsel nothing. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Ryan Dunkel has no trouble getting the ball up and down.
That will certainly help out your specials. Hey, Dunkel, just kick it in the end zone. We don't have to work on this that often.
Do us a favor if you can, guys. Hit subscribe on the First Amendment Sports channel. It's free. You get notifications when we're going live. For example, when we're back here on Friday night. Big game at Dancel Field. Good Counsel hosting DeMatha. April 16th, under the lights. Neo looking to throw. He's been doing that a lot today. He's scrambling out, and he will be dropped in the backfield. And that, I believe, was Isaiah Smith.
Neo taken down for a loss on the play.
And there were a lot of white shirts
Number 88, Isaiah Smith.
making Neo try to pick his way back to the line of scrimmage. He was lucky to only lose 1.5, 2 yards there. And our analyst at home, Tim Strachan, is right. It's definitely an emphasis on the pass early in this game for the Falcons. Sean Aaron
runs so hard.
Well, there's going to be a flag at the end of this play. He's been fun to watch this spring, number 15 for Good Counsel. He's such a gifted runner.
He's been fun to watch for 4 years, and he's going to be a lot more fun to watch at Frostburg State for the next 4. They're very lucky to get a young man like him, and he's going to shoulder that load. He's going to be a star for that program.
He just doesn't come, doesn't go down. You get your hands on him, that's just not good enough.
Block in the back against Good Counsel.
He certainly runs behind his pads. He is not going down easily, and the first guy usually doesn't get the job done. He's a workhorse.
Second and 15.
Blocking the back on Good Counsel negates a good run by Sean Aaron. It will remain second down. Neo, Hatcher, and Aaron in the backfield. Neo out to his left. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and it was well defended. I believe Gary Rosemond was.
By the Cadets by number 23, Trent Brown.
Well, they're going to get Trent Brown on the pass defense.
We keep talking about the head coaches and everything they've had to do and how exhausted they are and the vacations that they all deserve in about a week or so from now. But how important is it for a young quarterback like Neo to get this opportunity here in the spring against a extremely talented, fast St. John's defense to come out here and start flinging it around Dancel Field? I'm thrilled watching this. I'm telling you, he's got a lot of Cam Newton in his game, the way he composes himself, the way he runs the ball, and the release.
Looking to throw again. He's under pressure. He's moving out to his left. And he'll get positive yardage where there wasn't any. I believe that was Gary Rosemond who got into the backfield.
Gary Rosemond's been all over the place.
Pick up a 5. It's going to be 4th and 10.
He was lucky to trip up because I'm telling you, Neo gets on a straight line. He's got some wheels.
So it'll be 4th down. The last play wasn't second and long, but 3rd and long.
Deep for the Cadets, number 2. Left for Askew.
John Reyes back to punt. To Jamar Curtis, who's standing just behind his own 50-yard line, his side of it. Good punt. That's going to be
great play.
That was definitely potentially a game-saving tackle made by Joe Camello.
Open field tackle by Joe Camello.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to line drive a punt to number 5 and give him a chance to run it, you're going to need a guy like Joe Camello to bring him down quickly.
Oh, that's facts. Because
and his teammates know, too, exactly what he just did. You give Jamar Curtis 2 or 3 more steps, that might be all he needs. Instead, it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
This St. John's O-line in the white-on-white unis looks massive.
I believe they're going to get him for another delay of game. Wyatt's talking to the head ref. The head ref said, "Hey, there's a play clock under the screen."
Yeah, it's getting too flaggy for spring ball for me right now. I think there should be a 5 penalty per half maximum.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty.
There has been some play clock issues, and as we noted previously, I'm not the man for that conversation.
Well, Wyatt's talking to that back judge, just getting to understand where's the time being kept.
They're still having a conversation. They're
working things out.
No.
1st and long. Jamar Curtis inside, and he'll be brought down.
Number 30, Davis Sherwood.
Jackson Clausen.
Give up the middle to number 5, Jamar
Big number
Curtis.
99.
It's going to come up 2nd and 12.
As we say, number 99 in the program, Kevin, with number 1 in your heart.
And you just reminded me on that last touchdown run by Jamar Curtis, we said no one's going to catch him. I saw number 17, the starting defensive end for the Falcons, had a chance.
Yeah.
And that young man by the name of Dylan Gooden is Doc Gooden's son, we found out here today.
He's
amazing.
Got speed. He was on the move, 2nd and long. Hagen out to his right. He's going to throw it, and he's got a man, Josh Gary.
And it's proper that you said a man, because Josh Gary has gone from a boy to a man in the last year or so. I saw him walk by today, and he is no joke, and he's been great this spring. Excellent accuracy by Wyatt Hagen on the move. That's where he's at his best.
1st down pickup for the Cadets offense.
1st and 10 for St. John's on the Good Counsel 42.
Yeah, Dylan Gooden getting the start at DN today, and he's an excellent-looking young athlete.
Crossing midfield for the first time, I believe. Well, on a drive. Jamar Curtis crossing midfield on a long run. DJ Lincoln's moving to his left. Wyatt Hagen out to his right. And that's another way to get Jamar Curtis the ball, and he's down at the 10, 5, and he's going to scoot in over the end zone line. That is a touchdown.
You got flags, some laundry on the field. This one's coming back, Ken.
Jamar Curtis.
And the Good Counsel Falcons agree with you, Kevin.
Touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Regardless of the flag in the play, Jamar Curtis is an incredible high school football player.
Yep.
I could watch him do this all day long. And talk about Wyatt Hagen. I talked about him on the move a little bit. Did you see the Aaron Rodgers-esque play he had to make to release the ball from sidearm to get it on the money to Jamar Curtis, allowing the play to time up, to sink, and having Jamar take it to the house, although it is coming back due to a holding penalty. That's the first quarter. I think we're almost near double-digit penalties. That hasn't been the case this spring, Ken.
Wyatt Hagen going down for Josh Gary. Similar play we saw him try to get done on 3rd down on a previous drive. This time they make it work. 1st down pickup.
Number 24,
That should end the quarter. You can't give Wyatt Hagan that much time in the pocket, and Josh Gary's going to go up and make that play.
He's got quite a big catch radius, east, west, north, and south. You put it anywhere near him.
Excellent pass protection up front by the big boys wearing white.
And that will be all she wrote in the first quarter as St. John's 6, Good Counsel 0. Good Counsel St. John's knocking on the door again as they'll pick it the second quarter up on the other side of the field in the red zone, or just outside the red zone, I should say. Looks like about the 22-yard line.
Well, we've been given some photographic evidence from our man, Matt Seal, Johnny on the spot on the sidelines. He says that Good Counsel touchdown early in the first quarter was a foot down reception. We'll have to check that out this week.
Elijah Moore?
Elijah
in
Moore.
The corner?
We're being told they took 6 away from Elijah.
We'll have to put that picture up on the WCAC Spectacular.
Hey, welcome back, Ken.
Am I back? I feel like I'm back. I just jammed my knee against the bleachers. That's something you know. There's just bleachers are great. Bleachers mean so much good. It means you're at, first of all, you're at a stadium. You're watching some sports. But Kevin, they're made of metal. If you run into one, they will hurt.
Yeah, nice athleticism, brother.
Whitehagen, 1st and 10. Handoff to Rawlings. He gets through the left side, and he's still on the move.
There's a reason we mentioned his name in the pregame as well. It's not just Jamar Curtis. There's another guy in that backfield that is absolutely dynamic.
Number 13 has had a good spring.
1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line.
1st and goal for the Cadet offense. And they've brought in a few extra pounds to put in front of Jamar Curtis on this next play. Bryce Butler there on the right side. Looks like they got Mr. Blount, number 33, on the field.
One-on-one with DJ Lincoln's far right.
Higgins, Bryce Butler, tight end with his touchdown on 1st and goal.
The referee has a flag stuck to his heel. I have never seen that before.
There is a flag in the backfield. We'll see who it's on. I believe it's going to be, I thought I saw roughing the passer, but I could be mistaken.
I'll tell you, the passer has heated up. After that first miss on the first drive, he has been on fire lately. Wyatt Hagan.
This touchdown's going to stand. Dunkel on for the extra point.
Roughing the passer is the call against.
It was, in fact, roughing the passer.
St. John's will take the penalty on the kickoff.
Ryan Dunkel will try to make a field goal on this short kickoff that he's about to get after.
Well, you know, he's got plenty of leg. And
it's good.
Kick is good.
13-0. Cadets over the Falcons with about 11 seconds gone from this second quarter. Neal will take back over on offense here for the Falcons. And as good as they've been, Kevin, in terms of keeping it flowing, mixing up the runs and the passes, just coming up just a little bit short. And I'm wondering if we don't see them take a drive and try to establish a guy like Sean Aaron or Hatcher for that matter.
Well, Ken, you know what? You're right, and they have been doing that. They haven't abandoned the run game. They've been mixing it up. But I'm going to tell you this: running the ball against this front seven is easier said than done, and that's a fact. There's some werewolves on this defensive line, and that's what it is. It's these guys playing tough. And 4 weeks into a spring season, you still imagine. I think the defense has the advantage in certain respects.
They went the wrong way on the 15 yards.
So
they got to readjust. I believe that's going to be on the 45-yard line of Good Counsel.
So at the Langley Football 8th grade skills camp in Northern Virginia, when Ryan Dunkel was in 8th grade, he would tee the ball up and put it through the uprights. And I know a coach, Tim Reddy, out there, who is a Good Counsel alum, who told me that he said right then and there, this guy's going to get it done. He'll be starting on the varsity sooner than later. Let's see. Is he going to do what Tim Reddy predicted right here from the 45? You think it's going through?
This is going through the uprights, 100%. And Tim Reddy's going to write a song about it.
Well, then hear it. I'll take the Continental bet. Continental Caterers on the ride home on Connecticut Avenue. You say it's going in?
Oh, it's absolutely going through the uprights.
I don't want to vote. I don't want to root against it. I do want that Continental, though.
It's in the air.
It's up?
It's up. It had the distance.
Steak and cheese, double meat, double cheese. Did we make that bet?
It had the distance.
He's got a cannon.
Just a little bit. You know what? I feel like he was aiming for the pole. Challenging himself. 1st and 10 from the 20. Number 5, Neo Avery on the field for the Good Counsel Falcons. Working from right to left against the Cadet defense. Keeper for Neo.
He's going to want to squeeze that ball.
It's going to take just about everyone to bring him down. You're right, Kevin. He is physical.
Oh, he's a physical specimen, and he is not easy to tackle. And he's not afraid of the contact either. He wants to mix it up, Ken.
You know it's coming too. he's just always running downfield.
Yeah, he's gonna be tough with that zone read.
Neo, quick pass.
Perfect accuracy.
Joe Camello. Good tackle on special teams and a quick hitter on offense.
I'm really, really thrilled watching this kid play some quarterback. This young kid he is obviously taking some huge steps. Tip of the cap to Stephanie and his staff. Sean Stripmatter, I know, loves this kid, and they were out there working early on a bunch of stuff. It's obvious.
Just since the first game that we covered when down in Leonardtown, he looks like a different player from that.
I couldn't agree more.
Shotgun Neo. He put the ball on the ground. That's going to be a turnover.
French vanilla, Rocky Road.
Chocolate chip, peanut butter, cookie dough. Scoop. There it is.
You said chocolate chip.
I did say chocolate chip.
We had our chance there.
We'll edit that out when you do it in post. And record it in the studio.
That's what happens in the springtime, man. This is just par for the course here on the second Master Saturday in 5 months. A new tradition.
A new tradition, like
exactly.
No other.
Hello, friends.
Monte Whedon, I believe number 32 was the first on that ball, as was
yes, sir.
Number 8, big man, David Ojebwe.
He was in the backfield on both of those plays.
Yes, he was.
He's got tons of quickness.
Hagan to Curtis, right tackle. He gets a couple of hard-earned yards off the right side.
Aaron Childs in the mix.
2nd and 6.
Number 44, Aaron Childs on the tackle. 2nd and 7 for the Cadets.
Good Counsel's D's got to come up with something here, Ken. Going down 3 scores before halftime to this Cadets offense is going to be tough sledding. Someone needs to make a play.
Rawlings and Curtis in the backfield. Curtis out to the left. Handoff to Rawlings. No. Fake me out.
Wow.
White kept it. Threw it to Asa Gregg.
17, Asa Gregg, broken up by
But
number 3.
It's a good throw.
Jalen Dotson.
Jalen Dotson, the Monmouth commit. Excellent coverage. Incredible throw. I love the set. You get Jamar Curtis out wide, and you still got Rawlings in the backfield. Run a little zone read look. That RPO ball was on the money, man. Great football. That's great football in the spring.
Going to be 3rd and 7. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 5 to go on the play clock, and I believe Coach Pat Ward is going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
So there's
save his offense from potential another delay game.
Exactly, and there's Jalen Dodson making one of those plays. When the senior steps up, sometimes that's contagious. What do we got here? 3rd and 7. I haven't seen DJ Lincolns get his hand on the ball just yet. But he's certainly a red zone target with that frame of his.
And even though we just saw him catch a touchdown, Bryce Butler has to remain on the option 1, 2, or 3 for that offense in this part of the field especially.
Well, after Jamar Curtis catches that screen and takes it to the house, came back on a penalty,
yep.
Then you motion him out wide. And the whole world's out there. That was a great job by the Good Counsel defense recognizing that they were coming back to the other side of the field. Sal Gorgon, the show he put on championship night 2 years ago against this squad, what that defense did. And what do they have, a 25-game streak? A turnover streak? Is that the
currently
case?
Operating on a 25-game streak of turnovers, this defense in Olney.
Yeah, that's unreal in this conference. That's big time.
Curtis is going to get it. He's up the middle, and I believe he's going to have first down yardage. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cadet offense. Big hole in the middle of that line, Kevin.
Yeah, number 52, Kahini Austin, got away with a little grab and tug and hang on for one extra second. He kept it in tight. We had the perfect angle on it.
Quick snap. Curtis out to his left. He breaks a tackle. He gets to the goal line. We're going to wait for a call. They're going to call him down just before the plane.
I know he's not the biggest in stature, but that man is so powerful. He is extremely difficult to bring down. He is. Just because he's that size, it does not mean anything.
Your brain tells you something, and your brain is wrong.
No, you put him between you put him anywhere in the football
Anywhere on the field.
But between the tackles, you can't see him. And when he's bobbing and weaving and finding a crease, he's nasty.
Rawlings in the backfield. We'll see who's got the timeout this time. Falcons calling a timeout to talk it over. They were changing their personnel there. With Curtis off the field, we'll see how that changes things for Coach Ward.
We can hear.
I know.
I'm trying. I know. We just started. Ken and I just both started listening to the Good Counsel O-line coach coming over here talking and giving a couple pointers. It's so eerie that we can do that.
I felt like I was like everyone at home is like, what are they? Are they not? And here I am. I'm watching a whole different show as I'm watching the offensive line coach talk to the offensive lineman, which I love.
Right.
And he's talking about sliding and gap control and gap discipline and which side they're expecting the rush to come from. And I'm like, okay, coach, I got this. I got this. Put me in.
I know. I saw your foot start going. Your heart rate went up, and I got caught in it too. Man, we've been on the couch with the device in our hands for a year. We don't get to see guys like Jamar Curtis out there doing work and Neo coming out party at home for him.
Christian Rawlings all by himself in the backfield. Whitehagen under center. Rawlings gets the carry. He's up and over the offensive line. No signal yet, and they're going to call him short of the goal line. That will bring up 3rd down.
3rd and goal to go.
And they are up close. That ball to me looks like it's an inch or two away from the plane of the end zone. Personnel unchanged for the Cadets. 17 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if they try to get Lincolns or Josh Gary involved.
This is Rawlings. Oh, no.
Coming all the way across the field, Josh Gary was the intended receiver. He got tripped up by a defender right in the middle of the end zone.
We're going to get a defensive holding or a pass interference here. They're talking it over. I can't believe you messed up the scoop there. This thing, man. We had our chance.
You know what? It was more of a like they jumped on top of the ball. The scoop is when you pick it up and you continue.
Anytime you get
running.
A scoop is anytime you get the ball. That's a scoop, man. What are we doing here?
I didn't say sprinkles.
The flag was waved off.
They waved
off
the
the flag.
off.
Here we go.
4th down. Blount in the backfield. Miles Slade, the dual threat, under center. And he's going to keep it and take a couple hits, and he'll get into the end zone. Let me tell you something about Miles Slade. He's gigantic. He's an amazing athlete.
There's some big boys at quarterback today, my friend.
You walk by him, you wouldn't know he's playing in a high school football game today. Number 19, a gifted athlete, dual threat for Coach Ward. We talked a little bit with the St. John's coaching staff earlier this season about situations we might see him in. That's just taking advantage of your personnel there for Coach Ward. Number 19 getting it done.
What a great weapon to have in the red zone.
And he can throw.
Absolutely.
Mike Alford, straight on kick. That is up, and it is good.
So fun to watch that. Mark Mosley's style. It's just sweet.
We'll have to go back and watch his first attempt. I'm not convinced the first attempt was straight on.
Are you telling me he's utilizing different kicking techniques?
I'm telling you.
During the course of this game.
There's something happening here. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
I'm going to get fries with that Continental. Something for the road.
20-0 Cadets over the Falcons with about 8 minutes to go in the first half. Out here in Albany, Maryland, at the absolutely gorgeous campus for the Our Lady of Good Counsel High School Falcons. Once again, want to thank everybody here for having us, for hosting the league, for being part of this amazing spring season. It's just fun. You know, you can't have a lot of people here. You can't really get the full experience, but we're getting some Metallica on the speakers. Just, there's a couple of parents that are here, that are allowed to be here. I think each kid got a ticket. So we're close. We're getting just a little bit of a feel for it, and I think everyone will be that much better for it come the fall. Dunkel drills it into the end zone.
And while we're here right in front of us, number 30, Davis Sherwood, we'd like to congratulate him since we haven't been on last. His commitment to Notre Dame. I mean, that's
special.
Yeah, it is. And congratulations, young man, and good luck.
This Good Counsel program knows a thing or two about putting top-notch defensive players into top-notch college programs.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some history.
They know where to come when they're looking for that kind of player. Neo out to his left.
The ball's coming off of his hand quickly. The ball is being put in catchable places. The ball's never been put in danger in the passing game since they started.
Timothy Scott with the first down catch. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now, if you get rid of that thing that quickly, you can't get sacked.
Sean Aaron in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle, and he gets through the offensive line, Neo, for first down yardage. So
he runs so hard.
There wasn't a hole big enough for his body, and he plowed right through it.
Plow is the word. Oh, he's seeking out contact.
There was a Neo-sized hole in that offensive line or line of scrimmage by the time he was through with it.
This is not the defense that you should be seeking out contact if you're the quarterback, and that makes me happy, man.
1st and 10. Number 5. Shotgun looking to his right. Quick pass. Catch. Tackle.
You know how I feel about Rohan Davey. I've talked about him for 2 years straight. He reminds me a ton of Rohan Marley, who played linebacker with Ray Lewis at Miami.
Yep.
Now, he's way bigger than Rohan Marley, but the way he played football at the linebacker position, off the edge, coverage, it's like the Honey Badger, who he's also way bigger than.
Yeah.
But we're talking quicks, burst, speed, and physicality. This dude, Rohan, he is a stud, man.
Can't tell if that was Timothy Scott or Judah Jenkins, 18 or 19 from this vantage point. It was a great catch. Hold on to the ball. Neo keeps it on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and short.
Yep.
And that ball got away from his body, but it was firmly attached to his hand. Saving a fumble there. 3rd and short. Sean Aaron in the backfield with Neo. 4 wide receivers. Scott in motion, and it's going to be him.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I wasn't sure if that ball hit the turf, but it didn't. Xavier Terry was able to pick that cleanly off the blades of fake turf before it came down. He jumped that pattern with Timothy Scott.
Man, the senior, what a play. Great catch. I'm telling you that. I don't think that ball was in too bad of a spot, Ken.
Both teams have done well to get receivers in motion and then take advantage of that motion as they cross the line of scrimmage. Now it's a situation where, again, like you said, the senior, Xavier Terry, he knew exactly what he was looking for, and he beat Timothy Scott to that ball. You're right, it wasn't a bad pass.
And a little sudden change from the 38-yard line. Sounds like a little play-action shot to me here, Ken. I barely know the guy on the sidelines making these things, calling these things, but I'm just saying.
DJ Lincoln's all by himself out there. Justin Smith on the coverage. Miles Slade will get the carry. Short gain on first down.
Nice tackle.
Number 19, Miles Slade on the carry.
Yeah, Noah Miller. Ron Cole.
Gain of 1.
I can't see if that's a 6 or a 9, Ken. Appreciate the help there.
Yeah, good luck.
Just a pat on the back and keep it moving. The O-line coaches heard us struggling. Looked up here and did not like it, so you better pipe down.
Whitehagen, second and long. Josh Gary, bottom of your screen. Hagan moving out to his right. He's going to get the ball. It's going to be low to DJ Lincoln's. Unable to connect.
He's telling him. Something happened there in the timing because White got his feet messed up a little bit. He had to throw it, I say, before he could get his feet settled.
Yeah.
Took a little of the accuracy, put that nose down, and it hit that turf. But he was talking. It looked like they were not on the same page there, timing-wise.
Had Bryce early. DJ coming on the next level. Third and long. Hand off to Christian Rawlings. I believe that was just a delayed penalty for false start on the offense. They were kind of not sure if they were going to call it. I think everyone was waiting for them to call it, including everybody on the St. John's offense. They're like, are we really going to do this play?
Yeah.
3rd and 15. Backing them up, potentially out of Ryan Dunkel field goal range. I'd say if they can get another, I think they can get another 7 yards, 6 or 7 yards.
You think you want to see that 52-yard attempt?
That's what he put one in. That's where he kicked off from.
He
kicked off from the 45.
I hear you.
Curtis, moving out to his right. Ball's thrown back to Christian
Great
Rawlings.
job by the Good Counsel defense. They stayed at home. That is absolutely sound. You have Jamar Curtis in motion coming out this way with the they didn't bite on anything. Great job.
Going to be 4th and we do have a flag.
No flag on the play.
Well,
washed off. Shane Messenger's going to punt this ball for St. John's.
I think we all just assumed that there would be a flag on the play, including the announcer, because that has been the case. But that's a big stop for the Falcons.
Deep for Good Counsel, number 2, LeJay Hatcher.
Hatcher waits the Messenger kick. Good hang time. Good punt. Fair catch.
Fair catch. Good.
All right, here's where it gets a little dicey. Deep in your own territory. You're desperately trying to get some points on the board to head into halftime with a little positive energy. You've been throwing the ball all over the field a little bit today. Be very interesting to see what they come out and do here, how aggressive Coach definitely wants to be. But you know what? It's the springtime, man. Let it rip, right?
Let it rip. Old school 7-on-7 drills here. Hatcher in the backfield. 4 wide for Neo. 4:47 to go in the first half. No, it's going to be a handoff. Joe Camello asserting himself today.
Yeah, Joe Camello. He's been making plays out here.
Number 11, Joe Camello on the carry.
Showed some bursts, some quicks there. I like that call.
Taken down by number 24, Josh Thompson.
You just can't put this young quarterback in 3rd and longs against these guys deep in your own territory. You just can't do it.
Neo's got the play. $15 to go on the game clock, play clock, I should say. And it's going to be a keeper. We'll have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I didn't like the flag throw there at all. Just drop it where you are. You just threw it into the mix. There's like 10 kids there.
Like, who is it going to be on?
No reason to just Doc Gooden that bad boy.
Holding against Good Counsel.
Ooh, holding on the Falcons.
They're going to take this penalty. I'm surprised.
That's why you got the headset on.
That's why I got the headset on. 2nd and long. Burying the Good Counsel offense. Inside the 6-yard line. Neo to pass. Out in the flat. Oh, and he had Joe Camello, and that's going to be a flag. And I think they're going to get Gary Rosemont, which is a tough call. I mean, I don't know how you. They're going to call holding.
Yeah, they're not. If they called a bad hit on that, I was going to take a knee.
I think I saw the referee put up a holding signal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Defensive holding. Okay, good.
Holding,
yeah.
Defensive holding against St. John's.
Gary Rosemont, no way he could have stopped there. And it wasn't a bad collision. They all tried their hardest to put the brakes on.
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Also, that ball jumps out of Neo's hands right there. We were right here. Have I mentioned this once or twice? It's just it's so much fun for me. I'm sorry, as a guy who loves the position, to see a young quarterback with that level of athleticism start to grow, blossom, and develop. And I know that Coach Stefanelli, Coach Stripmatter, and these boys have to be thrilled.
Carroll in motion. Neo.
Oh, man, did he get hit by 6 dudes there.
Dropped by the entire defensive line there for the Cadets.
Neo sacked. The first man in there was David Ojebe.
Gary Rosemont and Hatcher catching up with each other on their way back
Yep.
to the huddle.
There are some polite conversations happening all over the field. Nothing different than any other Good Counsel St. John's.
That's right.
Saturday afternoon in the fall has been for the last, 60 years. Such a fun rivalry. A lot of these people have grown up together, and it's unbelievable. Being out here in this atmosphere, the sun's starting to pop out.
Yeah. It's getting a little warm.
I'm going to go ahead and drop our first ever WCAC First Amendment Sports Parents of the Week, Ken.
Okay, what do you got?
I've got Dave and Lauren Draley. Dave is actually a WCAC alum, Good Counsel grad. Their two children, Megan and John, over at St. John's. Dave is also the commissioner of the Warriors lacrosse program in Silver Spring, Maryland. And you ask Wes Speaks at St. John's or Darren Murray at Good Counsel, is one of the main feeders. Today is opening day. Let's get to this real quick before we finish up with the Draleys for me.
Neo to pass on 3rd down. He's running, and he's on the move. And he's got, I believe, first down yardage.
It's real close. It's first down.
First down, Good Counsel. Big time run.
So I just wanted to wish the Draleys opening day, the Warriors lacrosse program out there. They've got the kids back on the field safely. And just like Pat Ward and Andy Stefanelli, you can't imagine the effort behind the scenes they had to do that. 9 years as the commissioner. Thank you to Dave, Lauren, Jodeci, Brisket, and Margarita. Go Warriors.
Go Warriors. First down, 3.5 clock running. Neo moving to his right. He changes gears. He's back moving to his left. He's on the run.
Oh!
He puts his shoulder down and asserts himself as a runner on that play.
Oh, man. That was a big-time WCAC collision.
That was the offense creating the contact, and I'll tell you what, we are used to seeing both of these schools do that exact thing. It's just who has the ball at the time, because St. John's has their share of players who will do the exact same thing. Number 5 for Good Counsel, it was his turn. He was in motion, and he stayed in motion, Now he's motioning out to his right, throwing back to his left. That's Hatcher. And he stays on his feet for a gain of 8 yards on first down.
Hatcher, and on second effort, a nice pickup.
That was a great play by the senior. Monte Whedon was in the mix. It was right there. Almost did it. Almost got the job done. Solid play, but
we got a timeout on the field.
There is a new quarterback in the best league in the United States of America, and he means business.
Neo Avery. What a run.
For our Good Counsel cheerleaders.
We'll get a chance to see that run again on the Spectacular this week. That's a statement run by a WCAC ball carrier.
Well, I apologize for screaming into the microphone, but that type of football, that's why we're here. That's why First Amendment exists. This is what we love. And I love that more than anything. When you see a quarterback, did you see this sidelines react to what he just did? The leadership, the ability for these guys to look over there and go, what?
Oh, yeah.
What did our guy just do?
And for St. John's.
If I ask you. Yeah.
I mean, listen, we've seen it a million times. There's 2 players involved in that play, and one is we're gonna talk about the guy who creates the contact and runs someone over, but to put your nose in there and make a tackle against a 6'6",
physical
monster.
Specimen.
Yeah, I mean, that's also excellent football.
I couldn't agree more. There was a business decision that had to be made, and that young man put team first, not himself.
Second and short, 2.5 to go in the first half. Neo to pass. He's going up, and he's got a man, and that's Shane Carroll on the run. He's at the 10-yard line. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Good Counsel. Falcons on the board. Big play, Shane Carroll. The second time he's done it on our air this spring season as Neo got his man, Kevin.
Got his man. That ball was on a rope line. Couldn't have been handed off to him better at 40 yards. What a play. Ken, we're witnessing it. We're watching him. We're watching a dog. He's no longer a pup.
It is an amazing transformation that we've seen since week 1 of this spring season. Really, for getting these guys in pads and getting them experience that they should have otherwise got. It's going to be a fake extra point. Shane Carroll is going to get it to his receiver, Noah Miller.
2-point conversion is not good. Make it score.
Shane Carroll tucked the hold right as we were in the middle of talking about this great conference. Good pass by Shane Carroll, able to get it off. You never know what's going to happen. You just asked him to run 60 yards into the end zone.
Exactly.
And then you ask him to pick the ball up and throw it. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, great football play by Shane Carroll, giving his team a chance. And great route. He caught that ball, and that's a big play, man. That's Good Counsel needed that desperately. What a difference maker before halftime. Got to keep these guys out of the end zone and no 50-yard field goals.
No 50-yard field goals.
And I'll tell you what, that'd be a success.
We're standing here just behind Good Counsel sideline. Is dabbing up number 13, Shane Carroll, as him and Noah Miller talking about the 2-point conversion that wasn't. Big smiles on their faces. They're having fun.
St. John's, Christian Rawlings.
Looks like DeJuan Riggs and Christian Rawlings set deep for this kick. It's Taylor Warch. It will be fielded. That is Riggs. And he'll get dropped inside the 20-yard line. Cadet offense will go to work about the 21.
I tell you who's chomping at the bit to get back out there, Wyatt Hagan. He's ready to start throwing it around here a little bit. Little 2-minute drill, get into a fast pace. Incredible reps for these guys.
Yeah, he was the first one out here on the field when they blew the kickoff dead.
The music was blaring. He was jamming out, man. He was in his zone.
Jamar Curtis in the backfield. 3 receivers to Wyatt's right. It's going to be a delayed handoff. Jamar Curtis on the move. Makes some guys miss. Gets out of bounds. Clock will stop. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. He would not be tackled in a touch game.
Why throw it? We could just hand it to Jamar, let him get 12 yards and get out of bounds.
Ball's going to be spotted at their own 27-yard line.
Greg, Lincolns, and Gary on the right side of Wyatt Hagens, as is Jamar Curtis in the backfield. Hagen looking to throw. He puts it in the air, and he's got a man. And that's DJ Lincolns, I believe.
And
no, that's Sean Williams.
And there was another flag.
Sean Williams with the reception.
An eligible receiver downfield for the Cadets.
Remain first down, but it'll be first and long.
Those RPOs, you sometimes get caught in no man's land up front, and the Stripes are on it today. You know, they're itching to get them yellow flags out of the pockets.
Spring for, as Tim would say, it's spring for everyone, Kevin.
Wow. This spring, what we've got out here in 3rd and 15 is two deep safeties playing extremely wide with those big, tall receivers the Cadets have. I'm thinking something over the middle here, Ken, on a play action.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Minute 45 to go in the half. Wyatt looking to throw. You're right. He was looking in the middle of the field.
Great pressure. Dylan Gooden. He looks like he's got quite an upside.
Number 17 for Good Counsel.
He has a bit of a Mitchell Melton look, doesn't he?
He looks mean. Long, athletic.
Yes.
Fast. I mean, that's a Good Counsel defensive end for you. Second and long. Jamar Curtis. He'll be brought down about the 25, 26-yard line.
Jamar Curtis on the carry, taken down by
clock moving.
Number 17, Dylan Gooden.
St. John's will get to the line, but I'm not convinced they're going to try to snap it that quickly.
Third and 11.
Get the play call right. Hagen to pass. He's moving. Almost tripped up. Slips out of 2 tackles. And he's brought down a gain of 6.5, 7 yards.
The clock's still running. Yep. There you go. Good Counsel
Good
timeout.
Counsel, get a timeout, stop that clock.
That's a big time stop for the Good Counsel D. I didn't want to say that until I got confirmation, and you never know.
But that is a big time stop.
Yes, it is.
Hagen batted around and looked like Miles Johnson was one of the last guys to get his pads on Wyatt. 3 other Falcons were there first. And there's a little bit more life on this Falcons sidelines than there was a quarter ago.
I mean, they're over here. They're about to go down 4 scores. You know, this is Good Counsel. We obviously understand. They're the reigning heavyweight champions of the high school football universe, as far as I'm concerned. There's no quitting these guys, but this is a totally different look for them. They graduated a ton of guys after that championship season. And obviously, we all missed the fall. So this is very interesting to see this defense kind of come together.
LeJay Hatcher deep for the Falcons.
I believe that's Jalen Dotson deep for the Falcons. Shane Messenger.
That's a boot.
A lot of hang time. And that ball will be put on the ground. Dotson unable to catch it cleanly.
He turned that thing over with a beautiful spiral nose down. That's a great punt by Messenger.
33 seconds remaining in the half.
Now, 33 seconds for Neo. What do you think?
I don't think there's any reason why they're not going to let him throw this ball. Number 14 on the bottom of your screen, Elijah Moore. Joe Camello inside of him on this short side of the field. Keep your eyes on number 14. Colin Gill will. Neo There's Elijah Moore. And he'll get to the sidelines, get a few extra yards.
Neo's pass complete to number 14.
It's first down yardage.
They should be pretty excited about that combination right there.
Without a doubt.
Neo to Elijah. That's going to be said on First Amendment airwaves for the next 3 years, Ken. Elijah for 4.
Elijah for 4. Inside St. John's territory, 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Neo and John Aaron in the backfield for Good Counsel. Neo to pass. John Aaron with a good snag.
Neo's pass complete.
Quick timeout.
Timeout, Good Counsel.
That should be their last timeout for Good
That's
Counsel.
Last charge timeout.
There you go.
We come up 2nd and 9. 17 seconds left in the half.
2nd and 9. They just got to take a couple shots here. What do you say?
I see Taylor Warch warming up in the net. They're going to need to get him a few more yards. It's going to be without the ability. So either they got to get a first down, which will stop the clock, hopefully give them enough chance to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it, or someone's got to get out of bounds. And it is 2nd down. So if you don't get the first, well, if you get the first down, you can spike it. If you don't get the first down, you can't spike it. Neo for all of it. Joe Camello.
That he was interfered with about 3 times would be my guess.
Joe Camello draws defensive pass interference. Xavier Terry has been involved in a lot of plays, and they've gone both ways so far today. This one will go against St. John's defense. Only a 15-yard penalty, though. My first inclination watching football is you think, oh, they're going to spot that ball inside the 5. But in high school, well, just
tackle him.
Count it off.
Why wouldn't you? The way this guy's been throwing the ball, if you get beat by a step, why not? There's 12 seconds left. That was whether or not he was trying to interfere. Why not?
1st and 10 for the Falcons at the St. John's.
12 seconds to go. Looking to add some points before this half is out.
51-yarder from here.
Going to need a little bit more help for the kicker. Neo, he's going to be moving, and he's going to be dropped by number 88, Isaiah Smith, in the backfield. They're going to try to get to the line of scrimmage to spike this ball, but they will be unable to do so. That's the end of the first half.
And that's the half.
From Dancel Field, St. John's 20, leading the Falcons, who have 6. We'll get back here in the second half shortly. We appreciate all of you joining us. Once again, subscribe to First Amendment Sports. We appreciate all that you can do to help us out. Thank you so much. We'll be back 15 minutes.
Dancers with multiple making the NDA All-American team this summer. The Pom and Dance team is coached by Jessica Russell. Let's hear it for our Falcon Pom and Dance team.
Thanks for coming back for second half action from Olney, Maryland, Dancel Field, home of the Good Counsel Falcons. Second half action in the Falcon Cadet WCAC spring football game. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Meringolo, welcoming you back with Kevin Ricca.
Well, actually, I'm standing next to you, but we're really here with Neo Avery and Jamar Curtis, Ken.
That is true, and it's funny to hear the PA announcer be let in on the same joke we were let in on at halftime when is that Chris who came over here?
Yes, thank you, Chris Warch.
Yeah, thank you, Chris Warch. We started the season covering Good Counsel, and Taylor Warch was, in fact, number 40. That is no longer the case, as John Reyes and him have switched jerseys. Taylor Warch is now wearing 82. And I don't know if the coaches knew they had changed jerseys.
Those kickers.
Kickers, man.
No, that's cool. We want to obviously be able to make sure the families can properly hear who's out there. And I'm sure you guys were tortured in the first half, but like Ken said, we weren't let in on it till halftime. Thanks, Chris.
It's funny, though, when you talk to the coaches, their kids' tendency to change jersey numbers on a whim. I'm like, I don't know. When I played sports, you got a jersey in a month before the season, and that was probably your jersey for 4 years. And no one even thought about changing numbers unless you just absolutely had to.
Right, but that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, yes.
And now, flipping around numbers is cool.
I guess so. Well, story of the first half, as you said, Kevin, on the Good Counsel side, Neo Avery, who, we just looked at each other and said, this is not the same guy we saw just 4 weeks ago. He is just an absolute legit WCAC. The stage is his, and it looks like it's going to be his for a while.
Have the spring reps been more important for any other player in the league? Arguably, I hope so. I hope there are. But I'm telling you, he's going to be at the top of that list. And you look around in here and you say, well, thank God we got to do this. Thank Coach Stefanelli and Pat Ward, everyone involved, the athletic directors that have been sitting here. Steve House has been helping us out nonstop. Dennis at St. John's. These guys are doing it for these guys. And these kids in the field getting to put reps together, putting plays like that on tape. And today was Neo's coming out party so far. It's just in a half. We'll see what happens in the second half. But, wow, did he tear it up and ran the ball like John Riggins. The guy can play.
Yeah, I know I probably say it 2 or 3 times a week, and what we're going to see in a few short months, in the late summer, early fall, is going to be a different kind of football than we've been used to seeing, and it's going to be stepped up even that much more. Because if you thought these guys were good, just getting things tuned up in July and August, wait until you see what it looks like when they had a 5-week spring season and then a full off season.
We finally get to see the fruits of the labor after the pandemic has at least started to settle a tad bit. And also, speaking of good, let's thank our man Luke. Really?
Yeah.
How cool is it in this day and age that our boy, hope you're feeling good, Luke, would send us cheesesteaks delivered to here? It's so weird to me. DoorDash just rolled in and dropped off about 6 cheesesteaks. My man Luke, you're the guy, dude.
I'm more Jersey Mike's than man at this point after that giant Philly cheesesteak I had before the game.
You're going to be a meat canoe, a human meat canoe here shortly. Oh.
St. John's Diggs on the return, and he is off and running. And he'll be brought down by John Reyes. Last man able to bring him down for the Good Counsel Falcons. The kicker saving a touchdown as DeJuan Riggs.
Speaking of kickers, what a great play.
Yeah,
that was 6. That saved a touchdown right there.
In about 10 minutes ago, we would have said that was Taylor Warch on the tackle.
And John Reyes, the little brother of Daniel Reyes, graduated from St. John's last year. Got quite a leg on him. Great family.
1st and 10. St. John's already in Good Counsel territory. Jamar Curtis over the left side.
And speaking of great families, Ken, the Good Counsel football family, we've talked about their tradition. We just had Tommy Kroll and Billy Goodman come on up to the booth and say hello. And they were up here, and they usually come up here with Coach Bob Malloy, but they said they couldn't get him off the couch today. And they wanted to make sure that I said that out loud on the broadcast. So my work here is complete. What's up, Coach Malloy? Hope you're doing great, my man. Miss seeing you, one of the people we haven't gotten to hang out enough with during the last year, like everyone else on planet Earth. But can't wait to hear him tell a few stories. But apparently Tommy Kroll has a few more.
2nd and 4. Another handoff. Jamar Curtis, he makes his way through the Good Counsel defense, and he just picked his way through a sea of gold jerseys there.
Well, just to make sure I go back on that, Tommy Kroll, Billy Goodman, and Bob Malloy won 4 titles here, starting back in the day. These guys have coached football in the upwards of 15,000 years combined. And, and last night, that Sherwood coach team took down Damascus 31-0. Tommy Kroll said, give my guys a shout-out.
That's
Billy
a big local win.
It really is. It's a big deal in high school football in the county.
Josh Gary, Asa Gregg to the right. Another give to Jamar Curtis. He's got room off the left-hand side, and they'll get driven out of bounds. It looked to me like Elijah Bailey Loudon,
Jamar Curtis on the carry again.
the DB for the Falcons.
Excellent push by that St. John's O-line. We're talking about how big they are. We know that that's the heart of the team. Coach Pat Ward, an O-lineman himself, and he's been the head of that unit for 20 years here at St. John's. This is when it starts to make a difference. This is when that push starts, when that size and that beef starts to wear down defenses. This is no typical defense, though, Ken. This is the Good Counsel Falcons.
Andy Stefanelli defense, yeah.
Sal Gorgon does not, yeah, exactly. He doesn't mess around.
Lincoln's motions out to the right. And I believe St. John's calls a timeout. 1 second left in the play clock.
Timeout.
Yeah,
if you could say anything about, anything that hasn't gone St. John's way, really, it's been that. It's been the play clock management, not the game clock, but the play clock management.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case in the spring, then I think the staff would take it.
I think you're going to call that a big-time W.
Yeah. I mean, we're watching back here. We watched the explosion of Jamar Curtis from the angle we're at right here. He's just gliding. The good Lord said, young man, you will be born to this planet to play running back in American tackle football. He is built for it. He is created to do this, and, man, is it fun to watch him.
Christian Rawlings in the backfield now. Josh Gary, DJ Lincolns. Asa Gregg on the right-hand side. Wide side of the field for the Cadets offense. Hagan moving to his right. And he will get popped at the end of the play cleanly by that Notre Dame bound Davis Sherwood. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, Davis Sherwood at 6'4", 225. Full speed. That's quite an athlete. White waited as long as he could. He hung on to the last second. He did the right thing.
I mean, he knew he was going to get hit.
Excellent defense.
He bought himself an extra 1.2 seconds. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Christian Rawlings still in at running back for the Cadets. Christian Rawlings gets the carry, and he kind of slides alongside that defensive line, but he could not make his way up the field.
Christian Rawlings on the carry.
It's going to be 4th and short.
Gain of 1, 4th and 3.
Ball sitting just outside the red zone. Coach Ward's offense stays on the field.
Good Counsel has risen to the occasion in the second quarter. Let's see if they can get back here, make a big stop, force a big decision for Pat Ward.
Pitch to Rawlings. And he'll be dropped for a loss. We have a turnover.
Oh, that was it.
Downs.
That was it. I'm telling you, man.
They'll take over on downs. Leading the tacklers.
Good Counsel just hangs in there, fights, claws, scrapes.
If you give the Good Counsel defense a chance to make a play, they're going to make plays. You put them in big spots, and they get it done.
And let me say this. We've been talking an awful lot about the quarterback of Good Counsel and how they've been changing their offense and what they've been doing. Coach Mike Ward over there on the defensive side of the ball has held this team to 6 points. We got.
That's right.
Give the proper credit to the proper man. Coach Mike in his first year doing this, Coach Ward, getting the job done. all spring season.
LeJay Hatcher with the carry. It'll bring up second and about 11.
Loss of 2, second and 12 for the
Here
Falcons.
comes Neo Avery. He's got the play. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Good Counsel. Big stop on defense. Can they get something done here on offense? Neo out to Joe Camello. And he'll get ridden out of bounds by Rohan Davey.
Neo's pass
Great throw, great catch, great
to number
tackle.
11, Joe
Guys are
Camello.
starting to click a little bit. You can feel it. You can see some of the timing, some of the stuff. It's too bad these guys don't have another 4 or 5 weeks when they
That's
can really
right.
hit their stride.
3rd and 7 for the Falcons.
But, man, I love the way it jumps out of his hand. I love how quick that release is, and the accuracy has been on point all day.
Big third down play here. Falcons offense. Need to move the chains, stay on the field, get points on the board. Neo's tucking, running. Gang tackle by the Cadets. Defense, that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the Cadets can play some D as well.
Neo is taken down
They sure
by
can.
David Ojibidi.
The poor announcer, you know, it's tough. It's a tough name, but
4th down.
We've had the benefit
David
of,
Ojebwe is,
Punt.
yes, we have failed, and now we've
yes,
corrected
yes.
our mistake.
That's right.
We went right to the man himself, and with a big smile, he was proud
That's just a
to show some
a
patience.
time machine behind us, our past. Here comes Taylor Ward. He gets a good one away.
It's
Dangerous bounce next
Nice.
to that special teams unit, and it is rolling the Falcons.
nice
direction.
job angling the punt away from
All
5.
the way down to the 32-yard line.
Number 12 quickly returns to the field. $7:53 to go here in the third quarter. Cadets went up 20-6 in the first half, but Good Counsel really put some momentum in their pocket to close out that half, and it had a big stop on 4th down to open up the second half. Whitehagen, 1st and 10 from his own 32. Jamar Curtis gets around the right-hand side. He makes his way upfield for first down yardage, a gain of 12 for number 5.
That is high level.
First down.
He's just,
Taken down by
he's
number
very
8,
good at what he does.
Cade Hurton.
The field is just tilted in his direction.
No one cuts like that. Like
He's like water.
Yeah.
He just flows.
I like that. First down.
Josh Gary on the bottom of your screen. DJ Lincoln's out wide to Wyatt's left. Number 5 is going to get another carry.
Jamar
These will
Curtis
be a little
on the
bit
carry.
harder yards over the right tackle. 3-yard
Taken down
gain.
by number 44, Aaron
Same
Giles.
play.
Aaron Giles on the tackle for Good Counsel. Blount in the game for St. John's. As Coach Ward is definitely looking to establish something on the ground here in the third quarter. Blount with the run, and he'll get tripped up and dropped in the
Matt
backfield
Warch in the
by Matt
backfield.
Warch. Yeah.
Nice
Number
play.
42
He's having a heck of a spring, Ken. And not only is he out there making tackles all over the place, but he's long snapping to his brother as well, man. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. You got to be nice to your long snapper.
Hey, and
You
he's,
don't want to be chasing those high snaps around.
that's true. Another RFL product, the Stefanelli family, it's so cool. They make football family, and I can relate to that. It was the same exact situation in my house when you're surrounded and your father's the coach and your older brother's the coach and your little brother's on the team and then your other brother's son's the special teams coordinators. It makes days like today awesome. It really does. Wins and losses obviously have a lot to do with how the Saturday night turns out, but not with these families. Football families that know this. I love being a part of it. I love talking to the guy because it makes me feel like he's like cousins. You know, when you grow up and football has been the reason, teaching and coaching football and teaching in this Catholic community that we're in is the reason why we ate food and paid our bills. And I love being a part of this with him and getting to talk to him pregame. Having these two guys as friends of ours makes it super awesome when we're back here talking about him. You know,
absolutely.
We don't say anything bad till afterwards, but
that's right. And they bring it right on back at us. That's for sure. 3rd and long. Hagan controls it. High snap. Fires down the middle of the field into the breadbasket of DJ Lincolns. He was in traffic, and it was well defended.
That was Hagan's best ball of the day.
Cade Herdman got his arm in there and just made it a little bit harder for DJ Lincolns, but I tell you what, you can't throw the ball any better, White.
No, that was an unbelievable throw and an unbelievable defensive play. People are going to say, come on, DJ. No, that was a great job. Hardman got the arm stripped, would not allow DJ to complete the catch. This Good Counsel defense, when we talked about it, the last drive of the first half, we said someone's going to have to start making some plays. And since then, there's been about 3 or 4 different guys. Jalen Dotson got the ball rolling.
Almost blocked by Cam Vaughn.
Nearly blocking the kick was Cam Vaughn, number 7.
Going to be first down, Good Counsel. As their defense once again able to get that St. John's offense off the field. Down 2 scores, 6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Neo Avery has the play. Hatcher and Sean Aaron in the backfield. Hatcher with the carry. He's around the right side. Maybe a gain of 1.5.
No gain.
I'm going to tell you that's one of the toughest backfields in the United States of America right now. Hatcher, you got.
I mean, Aaron,
Neo,
Hatcher, and Neo.
Sean Aaron. That's 3 hammers. I mean, that'll wear a defense down as well.
2nd and 8. This time it's Sean Aaron. And he runs into the pile. That'll bring up 3rd down. This is something a little bit more traditional there for Good Counsel. Runs on 1st and 2nd down. Neo needs about 7.5, 8 yards here for a first. He's back to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Elijah Moore. They're going to say the ball hit the turf because otherwise it was a first down.
And no arguing from the Good Counsel sidelines tells me that they made the right call.
4th down.
Another excellent job by the St. John's defense. Coach Mike Ward's got to be pleased. Got to be pleased. And let's offer a little congratulations to one of the players on that defense, number 9, Zabari Sandy. Big time, got his first offer this week from Penn State as well. Louisville jumped in the mix.
Boston College there,
as long as Boston College. Carroll High School's own Azar Rahim at Boston College is the D-back passing game coordinator.
Jamar Curtis, fair catches.
No one's offering more scholarships than our man, Azar Rahim at BC, to the WCAC. He understands where the best football is played. He played in the league, and I love that. And how about Anthony Poindexter offering Zabari at Penn State, one of the best safeties I ever watched play football in my life at UVA. He was an incredible college football safety. He had a good run in the pros. And if that's the guy offering you first and you play safety, that's a big deal.
And shout out to Mrs. Sandy. It was a pleasure getting a chance to talk to folks at halftime when the parents come up.
What a nice lady. Thank you so much for the kind words, Miss Sandy.
Jamar Curtis, I'll tell you what, sometimes the cleat technology hasn't caught up to Jamar Curtis because he knew he had that cut. But
well, I tell you what,
the shoes didn't have it.
Gary Bryant, he was coming downhill.
He sure was.
And he wasn't doing it slowly.
We're under 20 seconds on the play clock. Cadet offense ready early. 2nd and 5. Inside handoff. Goes to Jamar Curtis. Short gain will bring up third down for the Cadet offense.
3rd and 4.
Another opportunity for the Good Counsel defense. And this is a stop if they can make, Kevin, and flip that field, give their offense just a little bit of a better shot. Maybe even give their special teams unit a chance to block that kick. Cam Vaughn came pretty darn close last time around.
And this is what they do. This is who Good Counsel is.
Make you fight for yards. Miles Slade, number 19. Keep your eyes on him in the right slot when he's on the field. Try to get him the ball. Wyatt moving out to his right, and he will be dropped quickly for a loss by Dylan Gooden.
We talked about him a little bit at halftime, Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the world is his oyster at this point. He has got the range, the speed, and the physicality to be a major difference maker.
Whitehagen had no chance there. Got to hold on to that ball. Minimize what's about to happen.
Well, we've gone from big plays all over the place to a defensive slugfest.
Shane Messenger on to punt. Short punt will be fair caught inside St. John's territory. Jalen Donson brings it in about the 47-yard line. Now this is that field position flip we were talking about, Kevin. Don't want to make Neo go the length of the field every single time.
No, this is exactly where they want to be, to try and cut this to a one-possession game here before the fourth quarter starts. It was 20-0. We were looking at the possibility of this getting out of hand, Ken. Now we're talking about this coming down to the wire.
Ball's on
if
45.
Good Counsel was able to go down and put it in.
Neo.
How did he come up with that
Now,
ball?
Gary Rosemont thinks he's got a catch. The referee will disagree with him. Elijah Moore and Gary Rosemont fighting for that ball.
The referee, this is so interesting to me.
We got to find out where Matt Seal is.
No one knows right now what just happened. That's all right.
I tell you what, there's a lot of guys in white-on-white jerseys that think number 1 came down with that ball.
Well, I certainly have no idea.
And me neither. I mean,
the referee was chewing on that whistle for a minute.
Not rolling the instant
on
replays today. Neo gets 2nd and 10. Oh, tough running up the middle of the field. Sean Aaron setting up a 3rd and 5, maybe a 3rd and 4.
This is absolute two-down territory, no question about it.
Check with me to the sideline. Neo communicates to his receivers. Looking to throw one step and delivers to the outside. He was looking for Spencer Jones. It's a good-looking pass. I mean, it was a little off target. Certainly not an interceptable ball. That's step one.
He threw it to a safe spot, and there was a little chicken hand fighting going on over there, and it wasn't able to come down, but that's a safe throw. He threw it quickly, and like we said, they took a shot there knowing that it was two-down territory. There is a lot of conversation going on over here with Gary Rosemont Jr.
I haven't heard the trumpet for a while.
The old Memorial Stadium?
Memorial Stadium trumpet. Neo, John Aaron gets the job. And
Sean,
he
oh man, does he fight for every
plows
inch.
forward on 4th down. They're going to call it a first down, and he got it by an inch. And I tell you what, he got the benefit of the doubt because of that effort.
And we're starting to feel a little bit of the environment here. People
That's
are starting to get a little excited. This is what we've missed the most, man.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Johnson with a key block on that play.
John Aaron gets another shot out. He makes the first guy miss, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Sean Aaron on the carry.
Just keep giving it to Sean Aaron.
Second and 10. I mean, he did everything he could not to get dropped for a 5-yard loss there. Neo to his right. He puts the ball in the air. He's got a man. It's Shane Carroll inside the 10-yard line. The Falcons, first and goal.
That's a 30-yard laser
flag
beam.
At the end.
Neo Avery running to the right, Ken. It's a 30-yard laser beam on the money.
Neo's pass complete.
Be interesting to see what this call is, Kevin. The flag came a good 4 or 5 seconds after the play was over.
Maybe they're going to finally make the call on that interception from 2 plays ago.
Referees continuing to talk it over. Shane Carroll coming to the sidelines. Maybe he'll give.
He's playing some ball, Shane Carroll.
And he's frustrated. Number 13 is frustrated. Not sure if call went against him.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike on 13.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
I'm not trying to jump on all the officials. I just, intrinsically don't like flag droppers.
Yeah, and
dead ball foul.
it's a whole lot easier to hear some after the snap chitter-chatter when no one's in the stands.
Yeah.
And the PA announcer's not talking on the mic. Referees can pretty much hear everything. I know we've been in a lot of games when no one could hear anything and the players were A-okay with that.
It's the spring for these guys, too,
Yep.
They've been counting it up like us.
First and 10, though, for the Falcons offense. Camelo in motion. He hits the ground running. Neo wants all of it to the left-hand side. Elijah Moore and Gary Rosemond battling in the end zone.
That's great football.
Sure is.
They let him play a little bit. Elijah was fighting to get back to make that play. Gary wasn't having it. That ball was in a place where, hey, it could have been 6. It's crazy for me to see. There we go. The Memorial Stadium trumpet. Just seeing a Good Counsel quarterback just spinning it the way he is and stretching the field. It's just such a different look. I think we're going to see a ton more of it.
Shane Carroll, motion to the right. Neo passing it out to his left. He's got Hatcher wide open. He maintains his footing.
Excellent play design there. That's a cool little inside the 30-yard line play. I like it.
It's going to bring up third down and short for Coach Stefanelli as we are coming up on the end of the third quarter. They'll get one more snap off here. Sean Aaron, and he makes some nifty moves inside. More than first down yardage. First and goal for the Falcons, and they're back inside the 10-yard line.
Josh Clement with a key block.
That'll be it after 3 quarters. St. John's in charge still on the scoreboard, Kevin, 20-6. But the Good Counsel Falcons, ever since the end of the first half, have been a little bit of a different team than they came out as in the beginning of this game.
Without a doubt, they turned this game around defensively right before the half ended, and they've stayed on it. They have not allowed St. John's to do much offensively. And when you got a guy like Neo coming into his own, you have a chance. And there's a lot of guys making plays around him. That trio of toughness in that backfield with Neo and Aaron and Hatcher, that's getting the job done right now.
They're knocking on the door to get the fourth quarter started. If they can get things started with some points, like you said, Kevin, now all of a sudden we're talking about a one-possession game. And when you got a player like number 5 on the field for you, that's all you can ask for. Being a one-possession game with Neo, I'll take that all day.
Well, now, you wouldn't have said that before the game started.
Well, I mean, you give me a 6'6" quarterback, I'll take my chances.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. And myself, I wouldn't have either. Now, I'm not saying eventually he wasn't going to be a player. We see what this kid looked like. And pregame, I went up. I said, what is the cafeteria feeding this guy, man?
Yeah, it's amazing the difference between the end of March and middle of April. That cold weather down in Leonardtown, he got some of that cold air. And getting 100% of the snaps now under center for Good Counsel has been a good thing for him as well.
Very true.
Hatcher, he's got nowhere to run. He gets stood up.
Nah.
No gain.
Hatcher on the carry. No gain.
Once again, David Ojebwe.
David Ojebwe has been everywhere this spring. Those single-digit wearing defensive linemen always freak me out. It just looks like such a tiny number. Such a big player. Second and goal. Neo looking to throw. He's looking to his right, to the end zone. Shane Carroll.
Flag on the play. I think they're going to get a little.
He was covered well at the end there by Zabari Sandy. Josh Thompson trying to talk to the referee.
It was within the framework of the cut. As soon as he made that cut and put his foot in the ground, that flag came out. So they're going to say illegal contact, I believe, on the defense would be my guess.
Ineligible man downfield for Good Counsel.
Man, listen, if I'm an O-lineman during a pandemic, I'm just going to run it down and out every now and then myself.
Why not? But it just gives us an opportunity to, once again, excellent coverage by Sandy. Ball where only his guy could have gotten it by Neo. Outstretched arms of Shane Carroll.
Well, yeah, Ken, when we talk about it being spring and maybe not being at the top of this is still the WCAC. This is still the tops of the major leagues. This is the elite football players on planet Earth at this age.
Arturo Maddox asking for
How
some
have we
noise.
not said that name enough today? He is one of my favorite guys to watch play football as well. He hits like
81.
a Mack truck, man. He's a beast.
As Neo to his right. He won't have a throw, and he will put his shoulder down, and he stays on his feet.
How did he do that?
It'll be third and goal for the Good Counsel Falcons, and he plinkoed his way off some other big white-on-white jerseys. I mean, for goodness sake, that was violent. Joe Camello checking into the game.
I think they said he stepped out of bounds, Ken, because they stopped that clock and they pushed that spot back. 3rd and 5.
Well, he might have been out of bounds, but
right.
He took a couple extra licks at the end.
Couple wallops.
He also gave a couple extra licks at the end.
I think that'll be a sentence you can say about that young man for the rest of his football career. He's going to give a couple, and every quarterback has to take a few.
No, it'll be a timeout for Good Counsel. I wasn't sure when they wound it, but you're right. They did stop the clock. Neo went out with about 4 seconds to go on the play clock, so it was clear they were just buying some time, drawing something up in the dirt over there.
Oh. So amazing to me that we're sitting here on a gorgeous, gorgeous day in Montgomery County, Maryland on moving day down in Augusta.
That's right.
It's pretty cool. I know if I wasn't doing this with you, I'd be watching someone else do it with a multiple TV scenario or a tablet or whatever you need. That's a cool Saturday.
Come check us out on Friday night. We'll be back out here at Dansville Field. Good Counsel will be hosting DeMatha to close out the spring season in the WCAC. And it started out as a misty, chilly afternoon, and I'll tell you what, it is gorgeous as the fourth quarter is underway. Neo looking to throw in the middle of the field. He's got a man. That's Joe Camello. Does he have a foot in? He does.
Yes, he
does.
does.
Good Counsel Falcons. Number 11 has had a day.
Joe Camello, he's also put his name.
He absolutely has. On specials, at wide receiver.
Playmaker is what he is.
Absolutely making a play for his team. And he's been at the center of a lot of jubilation on the sidelines, getting his teammates fired up. It started when he got Jamar Curtis down on a dangerous catch. Jamar Curtis could have taken it back to the house. And now Good Counsel on the verge of making this a one-touchdown game. It's Gary Rosemont almost.
We got a one-possession game here.
John Reyes converts. 20-13, 7-point game, guys.
Scoring recap. Neo Avery's pass.
As Neo Avery takes his seat about 20 feet in front of us. And the closer he gets to you, the bigger. It's like he's like 6'8".
I'm not kidding. He is put together.
He is a heck of a football player.
Someday they will talk about a spring, April afternoon here at Dansell Field, and they'll talk about what happened and how, and it'll all be about this man. We're going to hear about this guy for a long time, bud.
John Reyes set to kick. We'll see who St. John sends back to receive. It's like Riggs and Rawlings.
Christian Rawlings deep for the Cadets.
It's an onside kick.
I love it. It didn't work,
Didn't go 10 yards.
But why not? It's spring, let it rip.
Absolutely.
There's no title on the line, which I'm a little disappointed, I'm not going to lie to you. But if that's the case, you know what do we got to lose?
Can only beat the team in front of you this spring, and that's what Good Counsel is trying to do. Good effort. Looks like the ball, I'm no expert on onside kicks, but the ball got caught up right at the tee. Never had a chance to get 10 yards. It's to use your, since we are in Masters weekend, and watch all these guys come up short on those putts, trying to get, when they're putting from off the fringe.
Saying that was a lag onside kick?
It was a lag onside kick. Without a doubt it was. You knew where I was going.
Yeah, I have played golf with you once or twice.
You can putt it from anywhere on the field.
The one thing that is so important to me, we can hear the Good Counsel coaches talk about it when they were down 20-0. We heard the St. John staff talking about it pregame. This is not about Good Counsel if you're from St. John's. It's not about St. John's if you're from Good Counsel. It's about our respective programs and where we're trying to go this spring to get ready for next fall. I'm saying there's a lot of stuff on tape today that's going to help these guys out heading into next fall tremendously.
Elijah Moore on the far left. Thought they might give him a try. Instead, Christian Rawlings receiving it for the Cadets. And he'll make it out to about the 26-yard line.
A late flag throw. The delayed
throw out.
The delayed flag throw. All right, let us know.
Call.
We're waiting.
Illegal block or personal foul, face mask on Good Counsel. That'll buy the Cadets some valuable real estate. Up 7 points. It's a 15-yard penalty. Cadets will take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
John's 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wyatt Hagan going to get that momentum going their way again. Hand off to Rawlings. And he'll get about 2.5, maybe 3 yards.
Christian Rawlings has a very bright future in this league as well. Only a sophomore. Wait till you see him for the next 2 years.
Well, there's
the tailback position.
Been a steady stream out of the backfield and on Military Road into big-time programs. And
yeah, you think about who's not out here today.
Yeah, I know.
Quite a stable.
Quite a stable. We can't forget about our man Keelan.
Keelan's turned himself into a monster.
Yes,
I don't know
he
if
has.
you've seen him. Keep an eye on Alabama. Him catching the ball out of the backfield this year is going to be a major problem for the SEC.
2nd and 7. Whitehagen, high snap, controls it. Christian Rawlings picking his way through the defense, and it'll bring up 3rd down, but it'll be 3rd and real short.
When you said he controlled it, he caught that thing in midair and had to hand it off before his feet hit. That was excellent athleticism. He is a great ball handler. He's great with the fakes, play action dominant, and he's great on the move. He's like a point guard back there, Ken.
Jamar Curtis checking in. Christian Rawlings getting a blow. 3rd and 2. Cadets looking to extend their lead, also work a little clock. So we've got 9.5 minutes to go in this game.
This Good Counsel defense, they got a lot of guys up tight.
There comes the blitz. 3 in the backfield, and there he is, Matt Warch. Solid tackle on Jamar Curtis.
Matt Warch.
Had a little bit of assistance there. Gary Bryant also in the backfield, cutting down on the options Jamar Curtis had. There was really nowhere for him to go. This Good Counsel brought 3 extra rushers on the snap.
Well, we talked about on the way here all these names that we didn't get to hear this summer and fall. The new wave of talent, as we talked about. Well, I'll tell you what, Gary Bryant and Matt Warch, they want those names to be put at the top of that list of new wave of talent in this conference.
Shane Messenger on to punt for the Cadets. And he gets it away. Nice hang time. Fair catch for Dotson. And there's a flag on the field.
You're kidding me.
I wouldn't make this kind of stuff up. And it's got to be in a. It's out by the gunner and the.
Good Counsel is going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Believe they're going to get a hold on Good Counsel. We'll get the sign here. And that's what it is. One possession game, Kevin, but this is where Good Counsel really got themselves into trouble in the first half, just making Neo work the whole length of the field.
Well, up to this point, the story is about Neo. Now, he's got 8 minutes and 41 seconds.
More than enough time
to straighten the ending out one way or another.
Hatcher in the backfield. There's Joe Camello in the right slot. This ball's going to be handed off to number 2.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you what, Wilson Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez getting loose back there. That looked like Mr. Maddox for a second. Until he switched to that 81 number as a linebacker, which I just love. Number 81 at linebacker. Who does that? Just Arturo. Ken, we've talked about this. Arturo Maddox started playing tackle football when he was 4 years old. So amazing to me. I believe this is his 15th year of tackle football.
2nd and 10.
Oh, what a hit.
Neo lets it go right before he gets absolutely knocked sideways. What looked like Isaiah Smith, but I'll have to get a confirmation when I see.
It wasn't Ojebwe. He took a vicious hit. He popped up in 1 second.
Ojebwe and Isaiah Smith have just been active participants in Good Counsel's backfield all day. Third and long, under 10 on the play clock. Neo looking to throw. He's got a man up the seam. It's in traffic. Arturo Maddox in on coverage.
That
might have been Josh Thompson.
That might have been the first time all day.
Trent Brown, sorry.
Might have been the first time all day that Neo tried to force something. It was the first time all day he tried to squeeze fit that ball. There was too many defenders in there. But you know what? On 3rd and 10 in the 4th quarter, you're trying to make a play for your team. But that was just excellent defense by the Cadets. When you got Josh Thompson anywhere near anybody, I mean, this is going to be one of the top corners in the country.
Taylor Wirtz gets the punt away, and it's going to bounce back to about the 40-yard line. Garrett Rosemond, by the way, was back to receive that punt. He didn't get a chance.
That's interesting because Jamar's coming out for the offensive huddle, just trying to get him an extra 30 seconds before they hand it to him about 5 times in a row would be my guess.
Starting on Good Counsel's own 40-yard line, the Cadets, and Wyatt Hagan will take over again, up by 7 points, just over 7 minutes to go in this game. Work some clock, extend your lead, but you got to do it against a defense that's done nothing but get off the field ever since the second quarter.
That's all they've done, man.
Hagan to Curtis. He makes one guy miss, and he is loose. Crossing the 10-yard line, and he's into the end zone. First guy misses.
He's incredible. He's incredible, man. He's incredible. I've been watching this guy play for the last 2.5 years. The first time he touched the ball in high school, he took it to the house. The first varsity touch he had, he took it to the house. I can't say enough about him. I love watching him play this sport.
Good job by the St. John's offensive line, giving Jamar Curtis some room to run and operate. But I'll tell you what, first guy was outstretched arms trying to catch him from behind, and after that, no one had a chance. Ryan Dunkel on for the extra point.
I would never have had to have tried to tackle him in open space at any time in life because it's just he embarrasses you.
Jamar Curtis with his second long touchdown run of the day. In fact, 3. One of them was called back via penalty. He's made his absolute print on this game. St. John's up 27-13, back in charge on the scoreboard, back in charge momentum-wise. But one thing that drive did not take a lot of is time. 7:42 left on the clock. If Good Counsel could get something going.
Hey, let me ask you something.
All right.
Who do you think Jamar Curtis winds up after this high school career of his? Like, we're talking about a guy, we see how big he is. We understand the situation. I don't think there's a program in the nation he doesn't excel at. Right now we know what the offers are. We get it. I think somebody that comes in here and takes a shot on this kid at the right program and the right offense, we're going to be reading about this guy for a long time.
Well, I think he's a Power 5 guy, which is stupid that you even have to say it, but he is. And the name of the game in college football is getting the ball in the hands of playmakers like Jamar Curtis.
In space?
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't need space.
You got wide hashes at the NCAA level. You can create a side of the field that will hit their offense it's a little narrower, Kevin. I'm just trying to give you a little more.
I wasn't sure if I misunderstood what you were saying.
We're talking about CFL here, NFL, NCAA. Ryan Dunkel, he can kick it through.
He dunkled it again. That's just going to be called a dunkel in Rock Creek Park off Oregon Avenue for the next couple of years. So now they got to get into a more of a high-paced, 2-minute style offense with a young man who really couldn't play for a year and hasn't gotten too much action.
T's going to crush me on that hash mark error.
It's okay.
Sorry, T. Neo, 1st and 10. Quick throw. Joe Camello, great grab. He gets a first down and then gets out of bounds. Rohan Davey convinces him to do just that. Big day for number 11.
Man, does he play his role perfectly. I mean, that was like Wes Welker out there in the flat. That ball had some mustard on it. He had to outstretch his arms. He caught it gently with the fingertips. You don't want that hitting that palm. Brought it in. First down, good guys.
And Neo got rid of the ball quickly.
He's been doing that all day.
Going to have to keep that up in this drive. Moving to his right. Another quick release at the feet. We got a hat on the ground. Referee's hat on the ground. We're going to say an offensive player.
Well, he wasn't saying hats off to you, Ken Meringolo. Someone definitely stepped out of bounds.
I'm just glad it wasn't a flag.
Me too. Very glad. Throw a hat. Throw hats all day.
Absolutely.
Throw the hell out of a bunch of hats.
Just
stop
flinging
everywhere. Yellow flags at kids. I just want to stop it. Just you can drop the flag, right?
You can drop it.
Anyone ever say you had to, like, fling it at somebody?
Neo flinging it out of Elijah Moore. Last couple throws out of Neo's hands have been a little bit low. Hard to handle for the receivers.
Third down for the Falcons.
Especially big, tall ones like Elijah Moore.
He throws that ball nose down from 6'6", and that's a good thing, Ken. You don't want to get those crossing routes tipped, tapped, and popped up into the air for a tip drill and an interception the other way. Your guy catches it or no one catches it, and coaches love that.
It's 3rd and long from the 30-yard line. Good Counsel's own 30-yard line. Sean Aaron in the backfield for the Falcons. 4 wide. Neo looking to his right. He's got a man over the middle. It's Shane Carroll, and he's going to have to fight for the first down, and it's going to be close. It's going to be about a yard short. You got to believe Coach Stefanelli will leave his offense on the field for this.
You have to. When you're looking at Cam Newton Jr. in the backfield, you would think that maybe that four quarterback sneak lean would be. But who knows these days?
He
a lot
can
of
fall
times
forward for a first.
Yeah, I was going to say, who knows? You're calling for a quarterback sneak and then they go shotgun. It's a different era. But zone read right here with the big boy.
He's definitely running it, and he's around the left-hand side. He takes a hit, takes 2 hits.
It's close. The ball popped out.
St. John's is saying it's their ball. There's a couple guys on the ground. Neo's.
Oh, Arturo Maddox has got his hands wrapped all around it.
Well, either way, depending on where they marked it,
St. John's has recovered the fumble.
It was 4th and short.
10 at the Good Counsel 41-yard line.
What was that?
It was 4th and short.
Right.
So
well, St. John's did
turnover
recover
at the spot. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10 for the Cadets. Whether it was, and they are saying that it was a turnover. But I tell you what, Neo was fighting hard, and he was fighting through some of the biggest guys in high school football for a half a yard. That's a hard half yard to try and get. White Hagen.
I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Now he's up. That's good news.
Christian Rawlings, and he'll be dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Christian Rawlings on the carry.
2nd down. Call it 2nd and 8 for the Cadets offense as a clock running, and now not the friend of the Good Counsel Falcons, who are down by 2 touchdowns.
I want to wish Matt Smith, St. John's, performance coach and performance training specialist, and he is the guy. He owned a beautiful baby girl this week.
Oh, congratulations, Matt.
Congratulations to the Smith family.
Christian Rawlings gets the carry. He scoots over the left guard spot. He'll be just short of first down territory. You say it was a good-looking baby. That must be Mrs. Smith's doing. No offense to Matt, obviously.
Tripped up by number 44.
I'm going to leave you over there by yourself on this one.
3rd and 1.
No, he was super pumped up talking to him before, and we haven't seen him for a reason.
That's right.
He's been dealing with way more important things, but
you better believe it. I saw him. I see him now across the sidelines, and I noted that. It's good to see him back out here at games.
Right.
3rd and short. Just over 5 minutes to go in the game. Cadets are going to get called for a false start.
You had to throw that one. I'm not going to lie. Or drop. Just drop it.
That one we could see. It's also the biggest player on the planet at this level.
It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Don't like to say people's names when they make a penalty, but when you're the biggest guy out here, you're probably not going to miss it.
Yeah, well, they're going to say the name Jordan Seaton for good reasons 100,000 times in the next 4 years. He's one of the premier offensive linemen his age, once again,
on the planet
in this solar system. He is the real deal. And I watched some tape on him last week. Oh, Lord.
He's so good.
Oh, Lord, is he at a different level?
It's not fair.
He's at a different level. He's a freshman. The way he moves, the physicality he brought in the DeMatha game was.
Keeping it on the ground, Christian Rawlings. And that'll bring up 4th down. Ball will be set about the 33-yard line.
We got about 3 yards, Ken?
That's a 50-yard attempt-ish.
That's not happening. There is no 50-yard attempts happening right now with the 14-point game. I can assure you of that. I know you're dying for a 50-piece, but that ain't coming.
I'm dying for a dunkel. Fourth and 2.5. Wide at the line of scrimmage. Might let this clock run maybe another 5-6 seconds. We're going to be just under 4 minutes by the time this snap goes off. He's looking to pass. Wide on the run to his right. He'll be dropped down for a sack. Once again, I believe that was Dylan Gooden.
Hagan taken down by number 17, Dylan Gooden.
And that's a tough assignment, really, for any quarterback in this league to escape number 17's reach.
Athleticism, speed, and quickness. Yes, that's going to be a tough escape.
Again, hold on to that ball.
It's like the David Copperfield song we were listening to either.
That's correct.
Earlier.
And here, once again, Good Counsel defense gets off the field, gives their offense a chance. We'll see if they were warming up Frankie Weaver, backup quarterback here in Olney, but Neo is back on the field. I think you're right. I just think he had the wind knocked out of him a little bit there. Looking to throw, sets, delivers. Sean Aaron, he's making his way. He's across the 40-yard line. He'll put his shoulder down, and he'll get to the 25-yard line. Sean Aaron brought down at the end there by Josh Thompson. Huge run.
Sean Aaron, big first down.
Man, I hate that we only have one more week of Sean Aaron. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching him play football throughout his whole career here at Good Counsel and in this league.
He's just built out of rock.
Yeah, he's
no one. No one's gonna hang on him and bring him down. You can't bring him down solidly. He's gone.
He plays the game. He plays the game old school, and I think a lot of people watch him play appreciate that.
Shane Carroll motion to the left. Neo out to the right. He's gonna throw back to the left, and he's got a man. Hatcher. And it's in the end zone for a Falcon.
Dan, I'm done. I don't know what else to say about Neo, but what he just did right there on the pump fake to get the guy's arms down when he was about to be sacked, to reload and have the arm strength to get rid of that in traffic, under pressure, and duress. This kid is different.
Isaiah Smith, I mean, he could have dunked it. That's how high Isaiah Smith jumped.
Yeah, that was impressive.
He was in the air for a while, Skywalker style, and Neo almost didn't have enough time because I believe Ojebwe was right on him. Everything had to happen exactly the way it did for Neo to get that touchdown. And Hatcher, looking back into the sun, bringing it down for a score. Good Counsel within 7.
When you think this young quarterback has done enough, when we've already talked about the first half, the first quarter, we've been going on, and he just leapfrogged a whole lot of developmental issues in one afternoon. And by developmental issue, I just mean being young and not and not playing because of a pandemic. And that's not negative at all. That was special. That was a special play. The young man's a sophomore.
We're going to get him for 2 more years. That's the cool thing about doing what we do, Kevin. We get a chance, and you and T and I getting a chance to watch these guys come in. You get to play on these fields for these programs. When you're a freshman, you're almost pretty much ready to contribute right away. And yet we know we're going to keep them for 4.
Without a doubt.
There's no one-and-doners. There's very little transfers. You got people that are going to be here, and you just get to watch them go all the way. Mm-hmm. And, you watch a guy like number 5. We know, and anyone who's watching, please listen to us. He's good now, and he's got 2 more years to figure out what he's going to be for the next 5 or 10 years. And I'll tell you something, it's going to be special.
No doubt about it. Listen, we're fanboys, but we don't want to be these guys' friends. We'll be friends with your dads. That's fine. Your moms. That's fine. We can do that. But we're not here to do that. But on a day like today, it's one of those days I'll walk up down there and you walk up to number 5 and say, hey, QB.
Great game.
Wow. Nice job, man.
Rawlings working the middle of the field. He'll get to the 25. Tall order for this Good Counsel Falcons defense. They've got to get off the field, and they've got to do it in a hurry.
And you know what else they got to do? They got a 25-game turnover streak on the line, and they certainly could use that 26 right now.
It would be the right time for it.
There's a bit of an injury on the field, Ken, and I just want to say something to the Good Counsel community. If you could give me a moment, I want to.
Sure.
My heartfelt condolences to Coach Tom Kolar, who taught here at Good Counsel. I had this special time in my life when I coached with my father, and there was a WCAC All-Star game back in the day. And Good Counsel, McNamara, St. John's were always on the same side, Gonzaga and DeMath were on the other. And my dad and I got the ability to befriend the Good Counsel staff, and Tom Kolar, because the practices were at Good Counsel, was in charge. My brother-in-law, Tim Reddy, my sister-in-law, Trish Walsh, were his students here at Good Counsel. Listening to them talk about the man is incredible. I got to coach on the sidelines with him. our teams became, picture seniors in the WCAC. They've been fighting against each other for 4 years in this league, and now they're teammates.
Yeah.
And a man like Tom Kolar was at the top of the list.
So strange.
And our teams would win these All-Star games the year in, year out because Tom Kolar would get those guys around and just start delegating. And, hey, you do this, you do that. He just wanted to be out there around everyone. Now you see these guys that were rivals forever fall in love with each other. That culture was created by a man named Tom Kolar, and he was a very good friend of my dad and very nice to me. What a nice man, and I'm sorry to the Good Counsel community because he was a superstar. Rest in peace. And
yeah, may his memory be a blessing.
Yes.
As we know that it is. Christian Rawlings back on his feet, able to.
All right, good to see him walking off.
Use his own power to get to the sideline. We'll keep an eye on him as he, I would assume, is done for the day.
Well, as nice as a man and a person as there has ever been in this conference. And thanks for letting me get that off my chest there. We're right here, and it matters a lot to a lot of folks. And I was lucky enough to get a little bit of that. And
yeah.
God bless the family, and you're all in our prayers. 3:15.
Well said.
Here we go.
Just over 3 minutes. And I guess, like you said, Kevin, this defense has his work cut out for it. Wyatt Hagan slings it out to the right-hand side. Josh Gary. It'll be second down.
Josh Gary's gotten himself to a spot on this team that he needs to get the ball. And you know what, a year ago, there was a lot of guys around him that needed it also. They were a lot older. What he's done to his body and how he's gotten to this point, tremendous.
Yeah, number 3 is a specimen.
Yeah, we don't even talk about his dad anymore. That was old. That was old news. Orlando Gary was a great player, but Josh Gary is making a name for himself these days.
Long handoff there as Wyatt got it out quickly to the outside. 2.5 minutes, 5 on the play clock. Blount with the handoff. And tell you what, it's going to be third down.
No gain.
Big time opportunity. And that will be a timeout expended by the Falcons. 2:17. Big spot for Coach Stefanelli's defense. And Kevin, all they've done is make this play all day long.
It's exactly what they've done.
Third downs, they've been grabbing. They've given up big plays. Jamar Curtis has hit him up for a couple big runs, which you could argue is the difference in this game. But when it comes to third and short,
it is.
Good Counsel has had that number.
Yeah, listen, man, this is the league.
Yeah,
we didn't know at halftime right before, but listen, we should have. This is what happens, man.
27-20 is a football score. We had a 7-2 earlier this season. I think that went late into the game. In fact, when we got out here to get things started in Leonardtown in March on those chilly Southern Maryland nights, it was a Good Counsel program that was, reeling from what it lost and what it didn't get a chance to develop during the pandemic. Man, couldn't be more different to see. And Good Counsel looks like they're going to bring some pressure on this play, Kev. And there it is. And St. John's beats it. Blount right through the middle. First down.
Yep, it's all or nothing when you want to run up the gut there in that scenario.
They collapse the sides.
This is what Pat wants to do with this program. He wants the offensive line to be the heart and soul. And when there's 2 minutes on the clock and you need those 3 yards, you have to be able to look at those guys and say, go ahead and get it done. And he's got the faith in them to run it there. Didn't work the last 2 times.
No. Blount stays in.
But they're committed.
1:50 now on the game clock. Another wing outside. And that is Josh Gary, and he'll step out of bounds, which will stop the clock.
To number 3, Josh Gary.
And similar to the last set of downs, Josh Gary moves the chains and creates a 2nd and short for Coach Ward.
I believe that would be 1 chain only.
One chain.
Yeah, it was just one chain move.
1 chain move ago. You're in charge of chain counting.
I'd like to offer my resignation.
DJ Lincoln's on his own wide left. The handoff goes inside, and Blount is dropped for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 3. 1.5 minutes to go in the game.
No gain, 3rd and 3.
And we'll see this clock wind down as a rave breaks out in the stands.
Can't believe how they did this.
14 seconds to go on the play clock. 3rd and short. At the 47-yard line. The handoff does go to Blount, and he is stopped right away. That sure would again.
Yes, it is.
Showing that
fight of the Irish.
Behind the line, 4th and 5.
Shane Messenger will come onto the field to punt with 47 seconds to go in this game.
And what do you know?
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's going to be a young quarterback with 47 seconds left. That'll give him a chance.
The sure-handed Jalen Dotson will drop back to field this punt. And I think they got one thing on their minds on this play, Kevin, and that is get to the punter. They've come close to blocking a couple kicks already today. Cam Vaughn out there, Dylan Gooden.
Yeah, we've been saying all day, let it rip. I know if you run into the punter here and it's a penalty, game's over. But, you know, you're talking about that, or down to, I believe, no timeouts left with, you know, around 40 seconds. That's tough sledding in high school football. All right, they played it safe.
Rush. Short punt. And it'll bounce back in bounds, and it'll die at about the 16-yard line. 11 seconds off the clock. Jalen Dotson, it was a dangerous spot to try to catch the ball anyway, but he might have thought that thing was going out of bounds, and it bounced back into the field of play. Burned up a couple extra seconds that Neo could have used.
Just don't take a sack. Cannot take a sack.
And looking for some help from his receivers. Make your way to the sidelines. Stop that clock. Or get a first down. Stop the clock. Neo to pass. Quick one. And that's going to be, I believe,
clock's going to run.
Neo's pass complete.
Not first down.
Just short. That's the worst case scenario. Get the ball set. Here we go.
20 seconds and ticking. Spiked. It'll be third down. We got a flag.
Of course we do.
They're going to say they weren't set. I mean, they were pretty set.
I thought they were sort of set.
For 17, they were like 17 seconds left in the game set.
I don't think that's going to cut it.
No, it's just not going to. False start.
False start. Falcons.
Although technically,
5-yard penalty.
it was a pretty real start. I mean, they started for real. No clock runoff, though. Second down. Neo going to work. Elijah Moore out on the left. Shane Carroll, bottom of your screen. Neo's going to have to tuck and run. And he'll get out of bounds and stop the clock, but that's not what you want. 7 seconds left to go in this game. You're going to need a lot of yards. Gary Rosemond, Xavier Terry, Zabari Sandy. Got 3 center fielders for the Cadets defense. Rohan Davey stepping back. It was fun. We got to see Arturo Maddox play a little. He was more like a rover, not quite a center fielder, but he was back there, and you know he wanted just an opportunity to catch a ball.
Well, when you wear 81, you're wide open, right?
That's right. He's on the line of scrimmage here. He's going to be chasing Neo down.
Here we go.
Neo sets. He's on the move.
Try and get rid of it.
That's going to be intercepted by Xavier Terry. No, it's not.
Well, that'll be the ball game regardless.
Neo's pass is broken up. That's the game.
There's no time left on the clock.
St. John's 27.
From only home of the Good Counsel Falcons, Dancel Field, on an absolutely amazing April day. St. John's 27, Good Counsel 20. He's Kevin Ricca.
That was awesome. Today was a victory by the Cadets, but today was Neo's day, and that was special to watch. That's one of the highlights of this spring season, was watching that young quarterback go from a pup to a dog today, my brother. Great doing it with you. Thank you, Good Counsel. This place is gorgeous.
Place is amazing. Hats off to everyone on the other sideline as well. Most notably, number 5, Jamar Curtis, who had himself a day. 3 long touchdown runs were, in fact, the difference in this one. We look forward to seeing you guys again on Friday night from this very same spot where the Good Counsel Falcons will play host to the DeMatha Stags. Please do us a favor. Subscribe to First Amendment Sports. It's free. Get a chance to see when we go live. And the next time we get a high school show going, which should be in the next couple of weeks, we come out of this spring break strong and ready to go for the spring and the summer season. Thank you to Ilya, our main man on the board, Luke David, rocking it from the couch.
Cheesesteak delivery service.
And those cheesesteaks, by the way, are staring me down. And they're kind of intimidating me. I'm Ken Meringolo.
I'll help you.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks.